I was trying to.
The camera's up here.
Ready to go live?
Uh-huh. Hello.
We're live.
Good afternoon.
Sorry for the picture that we weren't looking at the camera. We were trying to get things straight, and our eyes didn't get up to the camera.
I'm sure they don't care.
Probably didn't even notice. So it's going to take a while for people to gather, I'm guessing. Unless somebody snowed in and they're got nothing else to do but...
Half of the United States is snowed in right now. Hey, Megan. Creating Essence is on. Are you guys snowing down there yet? You're going to this
We've
weekend.
had some gusts of wind here. This is like nothing's going on, and then sounds like a train's going over us. It's been kind of scary.
Yeah, and you know, when I heard that train sound this morning, I was like, "Well, that's what they usually say it sounds like."
Yeah.
Hello, Janet. No snow, warm and sunny. Oh,
really?
Nice. Actually, that's what they said in DC, that they were 70 degrees today.
Oh.
But you're expecting 6 to 8 inches this weekend. I don't know. It's a crazy time.
Yeah, that's...
First time commenting. Hope you enjoy your new home. Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited.
I remember to come this week, real windy here. Yeah, we've had...
So this is Janet?
Yeah, we've had some real winds. I guess everybody has. I mean,
we have some branches down in our yard here. I mean, we just cleaned it up recently, and there's some big ones out there.
Megan, if you do not believe in snow, it will not snow.
Just positive brainwaves, right? Maybe you need the moisture. I don't know. So, well, you know, the first question that we're asking is, where is spring? We get hints of it every now and then, but doesn't seem to be happening this year.
I in my newsletter that I'm putting together for Friday morning, I kind of talk about that, you know, it's just laughing at us. It's a different, every year is different. It's just, this is out of hand, in my opinion. This is crazy. Sally Ann is on. Nope, the weather did not keep us from going live. You know, it's been interesting because you're 30 and then you're 70 and then you're 30 and then, or 30 and 70.
I think for us this year, because we're not even going to get started on doing anything till the end of April as far as gardening, it's not a big problem. But if we were trying to get stuff in the ground right now, we'd be so frustrated about what to do.
Okay. Will Survive. Welcome from Angela in Urbana in Illinois. Okay. I heard Illinois lost some roads that just caved right down in.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe that was Indiana. One of those I states.
One of the I states? Iowa, Indiana?
No. It was Indiana or Illinois.
Okay.
Because there's so much going through. The front was going through there.
Pretty nasty.
Yeah, lots. So we're just wondering, one of the topics we're going to talk about is the weather, because I actually never go to the Weather Channel, but this morning I did, and it was just a lot
of bad weather.
Like happening. The whole north half of the United States is getting more snow. And the other day we were down in DC for Easter, and it was perfect down there. And we hit just about 15 miles before the Pennsylvania border. And we didn't get in the snow, but it had snowed the night before.
Yeah, they had the roads cleared off.
So it was thick.
But as we were going in the morning, and so the trees were still, it was a heavy snow, a very wet snow. So the trees were loaded. And as the day went on, then things started falling off of the trees and the power lines and the poles and the fences, but it was stacked up several inches deep on everything.
So Creating Essence says that they usually have their whole garden in by now, but it's pretty crazy for this area.
Yeah.
I think it's been crazy for the whole United States. I've watched them in Idaho, and they get some sun and then just dumped on again.
You know, I wonder what this means for the summer. You know, what's going to happen. I remember when I was in high school, we were living in Colorado, and there was a June where we were still wearing fairly heavy coats up until almost the end of June. We had snow in June. And this is, you know, down on the Front Range, not up in the mountains. I mean, there are places up in the mountains where it'll snow in July. But
hi, Diane.
to have it happening in June. So it's not unusual to see weird weather patterns. It happens, but boy, when it's happening, how do you even begin to plant a garden when you're having your frost dates go crazy on you?
I know.
I
know. Even in Missouri, they have had snow and ice storms. So,
and I know for those with fruiting trees where you get the blossoms to come out, if the blossoms happen out at the wrong time and they get frozen, you've lost your.
So speaking of blossoms, the blossoms in DC are in full bloom. The cherry blossoms are today.
They were starting when we were there.
They're completely in full bloom. They showed them this morning, but they think the snow this weekend is just going to play havoc with them.
It's going to make a rough year. Wow.
Anyway, how is it in Oregon, Diane?
Probably wet.
As we are speaking this moment, it is starting to snow again outside of our window.
It's not a bad snowstorm, but the fact we were going to go walking.
Yeah.
Why not happen?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So anyway, so we are, let's see, your peach tree is covered in blossoms, wrapping it in blankets for the weekend. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Protect that baby. So what we thought we'd do is give a little bit more hint on where we're going to live. And so,
by the way, speaking of where we're going to live, we heard a rumor that the appraiser was going to the property yesterday. We haven't gotten that confirmed.
We're waiting for a phone call back as we speak.
So, this is everything else is checked out. The only thing that we're waiting for right now is for the property to be approved by the lender, that they feel it's worth what they're lending us on it. So, and that there aren't any big problems with it because they do the appraisal and inspection together.
So I think if I show this, it's going to come out backwards, isn't it? That's backwards to you guys, isn't it?
No, it's backwards to you.
Is it backwards? Tell me if that's frontwards or backwards to you. Okay, so Diane says we've been having nice 2 weeks. Supposed to get rain for a few days. I'm praying it is not too much rain. Okay. Well, if this is backwards, I'm really sorry.
Just think the other way around.
Think the other way around. Oh, it's frontwards. Yay! Okay, good.
You'd be terrible as a weather woman, right?
So this is the state of Missouri. So we just divided the entire state of Missouri into quadrants. So we're not going to say, oh, we're in this section or we're in this section. We're just going to give you a quadrant that we're in.
You're so mean.
I know. Hey, until it gets done.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're going to the southwest. That's the area that we're going to be in. Southwest.
Okay.
So we actually spoke with the owner yesterday and just are feeling pretty good about things. So
yeah, there were a few things that we're not going from owner to realtor to buyer very well. And so because we have met them and chatted with them a little bit by accident, we felt, this is one of those cases. Let's just talk to them. Let's get this straightened out. And
so we did.
So we're all together. There are no problems. But boy, passing it through, the old.
It's like the old game of gossip. It just kind of goes places. Let's throw the realtors out for a minute.
And taking a lot of time, and I'm like, no, let's just go straight. Plus, I also ended up talking to the.
Janet said she knew it.
Yeah. Talking to the surveyor because there were some questions. We're buying acreage and it's not a square block, and so there's some questions. And the assessor's office doesn't have the most recent information available because we got a copy of that, and it's like that doesn't jive with everything we're being told. So I got a hold of the guy who surveyed it a short while ago and got the details from him, and so that was comforting to get something directly from the people who know.
So actually, when we very first started looking in Missouri, we decided to look in the north part. We decided to look in the middle of the north part. That's where Jim's family is from. That's where his dad was born. It's where all of his ancestry is from. And mine is from above.
From my dad's side.
For your dad's side. And mine is from a little bit north of there too. And so we looked there, we found some beautiful, beautiful farms. But one of the reasons that we chose not to do that is because there's a large what is it up there? Commercial.
Oh, well, yeah, in the area specifically where my dad is from, there's a major agricultural products producer. So, a lot of foods that are done from big ag, and limited number of farmers markets there.
Yeah,
that
there
type
weren't
of
as
thing.
many.
And I think it's influenced by that. So we were thinking, if we're trying to do farmers markets and develop CSA customers, we may have a real strong uphill battle. Not really knowing the area and having to commit to it before we get to know it very well. We kind of felt like that.
And they did get 4 inches of snow this week.
We kind of felt like that was one we didn't want to fight against. And so we backed off on that.
So Green Gables Homestead wants to know, did we drive down there? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No,
we have been on the property. We spent 3 days there.
That was one of the, I don't know if you've been watching the whole time, but as that week, I had this, it's hard to describe, but
he went kind of nuts.
I just had this sense that we had to do something, and it wasn't just thinking about it. It wasn't just looking at maps and looking at pictures. We had to go and be wherever it was and make the decisions. And we started that process of narrowing things down by going to them. And we pretty much narrowed it down to just a couple, so we didn't have a lot of places to go. And the one that we opted on first was closer. We did that, and it was just like the door shut. It just wasn't going to work. And Missouri was next, and we had
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri was next.
Okay, I thought you were talking about. Never mind. I guess I wasn't listening. Keep going.
Anyway, it was next on our list, and so we said, let's make the drive. Let's go. We can do this. We can make this work. And there were several within the vicinity. I mean, just a large number of properties within our price range that had all kinds of features that we were looking at. So we had a really high confidence level that we should be able to at least narrow it down some.
And we had a phenomenal realtor who just drove us around all day
Our
long.
hope was strong that we would find something. We actually planned on a few days to do it, thinking that we may have to do some coming and going and thinking, and we spent some time there. And as it turned out, we got there Saturday morning, fairly early, and started looking at properties. And by the end of the day, we had found the property. And we got it narrowed down really well. But I do attribute a lot of that to our realtor. She's exceptional. She knew the area. She's from the area. She grew up there. She lived away from there for a while, but she knows the area really well, and was able to help us narrow things down. She actually, because there's some distances to drive, Rhenda was riding with her, so they were able to have a lot of conversation. So after the first property we looked at, there was like an hour till we got to the next one, and a lot of conversation was able to happen. So by the time we got there and then went to start looking at other properties, she had a really good idea of what we were looking for and was able to help us narrow down onto this one.
We've actually become really good friends.
She's
we
pretty
just
nice.
Talk all the time.
In fact, such good friends. She's invited us, because we're going to go a couple of days before the closing so that we're there for the closing, and she invited us to stay in her frog.
Do you know what a frog is? Okay, I'm not going to tell. Okay, if you know what a frog is, type it in
the comments.
And I will answer. Diane says on the north, we're closer to her, to Oregon now.
Yes, we are, Diane.
And Marianne, we are moving to the southwest quadrant of Missouri. So that's where we're going to. It was actually important kind of to be on that side because that's closer to getting over to our kids too.
Yeah.
Our kids are really quite excited about it.
Yeah,
so,
we've had...
so if anybody knows what a frog is, F-R-O-G, in regards to something in your house.
House?
Something in your property. Nobody's jumping at that, so I guess we'll tell.
Yeah. We've never heard of it
I've
before.
never heard of it.
We'll come back to it. Just keep the suspense, right?
Okay.
Let's go on.
Go on. You're just going to leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come back to it. I promise. I promise we'll come back to it. We won't forget. We got time. We'll come back to it.
Hi, Christy. Okay. So for those of you who just came on, we have told that we are moving to Southwest Missouri. And you're sure I can't tell now? I'm going to tell.
Oh, no. Let's go on to the next topic.
I don't
then
have
I'll let
another
you tell.
topic.
Yeah, you do.
What? Oh, okay.
This is an important topic. I don't know.
Next week, we are going down to North Carolina. And it's an 8 hour.
You better know where we're going.
It's an 8 hour drive for us, and we don't want to stop and buy any food. So we want suggestions of food to take in the car, so that
we have our own ideas. We want to hear some of the
creativity.
creativity.
We want to hear all the creativity that you've got, so that we can take everything. We have a great big ice chest. We have thermoses for hot food. We can do all kinds of stuff. So give us your best travel food. And then I'll tell you what a frog is.
And I guess there's two kinds of travel foods. There's going to be travel food that we can put together while we're in our house, and then travel food that we're going to put together to come back with too, which means we're not in our own home. So we've got to go to the store and buy the things and come up with the right
They have some fun stores down there. Yeah. Rebecca shops at.
Yeah. And that is the great thing. That's what you didn't say is we're going down to North Carolina.
Finished room over garage.
Okay.
Very good. That's it. Family room over garage is what a frog is.
Yeah. Hey, we hadn't heard that before, so it's kind of.
So she goes, "You can come and stay in our frog." So we actually are staying.
And we have this very questioning look on our face, like what? And then she explained.
Very good, Green Gables. That's awesome.
No prize, sorry, but you got it. So everybody's impressed. Everybody is impressed.
Hello, Christine, always chirping, and she got the package this week for winning the prize.
There we go. Anyway, the North Carolina trip is to see the premiere of the Great American Farm Tour video.
So Janet says do wraps for lunch or breakfast.
Ooh,
and we have to make our own flour tortillas because I can't ever find any flour tortillas that don't have crud in them. Once in a while I can, and I'm probably going to go look from there. So Sally says apples and cheese and nut butters. And what we do is we cut our apples, put a slice of cheese in there, put the apple together again, and put it in a bag, and then we pull it out and eat it. Yep. Yeah. But the nut butters,
that's a good idea.
Really good idea.
Love the nut butters.
So if everybody on here gives us ideas, then we'll have lots of ideas, and
You're going to write them down. We'll be able to copy it too. I promise.
Okay. So last time what we did was we took little hamburgers that we had made out of our grass-fed beef.
We had
them all cooked, and I mixed all this good stuff in them. And so we could eat them cold, and they were delicious.
They were exceptional. They were good snacks.
Okay. Christine always chirping. Yes, I did. So awesome. My granddaughter took over the apron. So what have you missed? You missed that we are moving to Southwest Missouri. I'm like, where are we moving?
Keep it straight.
When I talk in a speaking thing like I'm doing here or in front of an audience, my nose itches. So that's why I'm always itching my nose. It's a nervous tick. It's horrible. So I'm sorry. Okay, Megan says we do lots of hard-boiled eggs, nuts, and seeds. Yep, that's what we do. The nuts, I haven't done so much seeds, but seeds are good too. Yeah. We took pomegranate seeds that were all in a bag, all contained and ready to eat. That was really good.
The seeds?
The pomegranate seeds.
The little
red
fruit.
The fruit. They're called pomegranate seeds. Okay, you want to read those? I'll be right back.
We just got a message from our realtor. We communicate with our realtor with Marco Polo. If you've heard of it, it's kind of cool video chat. Anyway, that's Rhenda's getting some input. Hopefully we get information now about the appraisal. So it'd be kind of cool to do that. So for those of you who have joined late, the announcement that we're making today is the area of Missouri we're going to is the southwest quadrant of Missouri. So that's what's happening there. And we're looking forward to it. Been watching the weather there and comparing to what's happening here. And they haven't been, they've had as many surprises as we have as far as the weather not being normal for this time of year. So that's the way it goes, I suppose. But so I'm trying to read what they say. Putting in. Okay. Yep. Cashews and almonds when the others don't work. Quinoa salad with pumpkin seed, peas, olive oil, avocado. I'm liking the sound of that, Sally, and that's pretty good. That's great. Roan sticks. Roan sticks.
I have good news.
What's a roan stick?
Roan sticks are the ones that we got at Joel Salatin's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you got?
I got good news.
Good news.
Yeah. The appraisal was done yesterday.
Ooh.
And he doesn't see any problem at
really?
all.
No problem?
He said because we had, and our realtor just said because we had gotten in there and done an inspection early and they got everything fixed, he doesn't see any problem. So they're just going to have the papers to us in a couple of days and have the surveyor get that survey thing in and we're done. And you guys got to see it live right here.
Good news. So we're over the humps. We got them fixed. We're taken care of. So now we just need to get the response from the lender, but there's everything's in shape.
Is good.
It's good
this
shape.
Is good.
Oh, wow. Good.
Okay. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Megan. Hooray. Congratulations, she said. Okay, I like to eat cold grapes on the road. Yes, I just wrote grapes down today because I forget that sometime. And clementines because they peel so easy.
They peel so easy. I know, they go quite
Great news. Yay, such good news. A frog is to plant. Frog plants. Congratulations. Yahoo, thanks for sharing this with us. Amen. Hang on to those prayers, everybody. I said to Jim this morning, so do you think since the whole nation is praying for us that it will really count? And he goes, well, of course. Thank you so much.
We're excited. You know, we actually, now Rita's changed hers, but we put as the background on our computers, we have an aerial shot of the property.
I changed it.
And she changed it to it's showing all of the buildings, the house and the outbuildings.
Which I can't show you yet, but I can't wait till
we're so close.
So can I just tell them the city now?
I don't see, at this point, I mean, if something goes wrong, it's going to be a big surprise.
Okay.
Oh, we're going beyond the southwest quadrant. You got that?
I should read this. When you do flower arrangements. Oh, frog. Yes, a frog in flower arrangements. Okay, got it. Not a farm girl. Hey, we are in Southwest Missouri also. Well, very good.
Okay.
We're about an hour east of either side of Springfield or Branson. And what's your nearest town? You guys are over towards Joplin. Okay. And congratulations. Okay. So we are moving to 30 minutes north of Springfield in a town called Bolivar.
Actually, just outside of it on the east side.
And it is said like Oliver, like our dog, only it has a B in the front, and instead of ER, it's AR. Bolivar. And
it's the county seat.
It has 10,000 people, and so it has everything that we need, plus Springfield's a half hour away.
So it's a great place.
Yeah.
We're liking it.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I got to share it with our friends.
That was kind of that wasn't planned that way.
That was totally not planned.
So we've been waiting to get some feedback and finally got it.
So anyway, yes, they were on, so they got to hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wow, I'm speechless at this point.
Yeah, just exciting stuff. So, are you reading comments?
Yeah, they're all just saying.
Anyway, we're very pleased with this. This is we're down to the wire, starting to make plans.
Can I start packing now?
You have been packing.
Oh.
Cleaning and packing. She's getting
cleaning
ready.
And packing.
She actually consolidated one of our freezers to where it's all in just one. So that's part of the ready that we are.
When do you get to see the pictures? Let's wait. I might. I don't want to jinx it.
I think what she may do is in this week's newsletter is have a picture.
Well, I have a picture, but it's not going to give anything away.
Okay.
There's an incredible thing on our property that is just, it's like you had me at, and it's that thing. It's just incredible. And
what thing is it? There's a couple of things.
I know.
Which one
I'm
had
reading.
You? Which one had you?
I'm reading.
I'm going to tell which one had you. The one that had her, she's a barn girl. So the barn had her. Nice looking barn.
Not the barn you've seen. There are 3 barns.
Well, one large barn, a small barn, and then kind of a workshop chicken coop thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the barn is just sweet. I want to have a barn dance. Okay, I got to read these. They want to know if we're going to Baker's Creek Spring Festival May 6th. We don't know when we're going to Oregon to get our stuff yet, because as long as we're sitting on the property, we don't have our stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have our tools to do our garden or anything. So we're actually thinking about just, okay, we're here. This is great. Now let's jump on a plane, fly to Oregon, and bring back our stuff. That's what we're thinking. And so it might be right then. So we may miss it this year.
Yeah. But we're excited about that. We hadn't.
Oh, but there's going to be lots of YouTubers there. We'll have to decide.
Yeah, it sounds like a great event. Fantastic. Nice to be so close to it. So we're excited about that. We're also excited about the Ozark Farmers Market. Wow. It sounds like a great farmers market. We're looking forward to be part of that.
So we've had the question of how much land do we have? We are purchasing 15.5 acres with all the buildings. Then there's another part of the land that we are purchasing in June that the owner is going to carry, which is another 16 acres and a large pond and another well.
With electricity.
With electricity. Because he was going to build his house there and then he decided not to. So we actually are going to talk to one of our children about building their second home there on the property. So
we'll see how that goes.
But a total of 32 acres when we're all done. And our goal is to have a market garden and be able to grow our animals' feed so that we are not,
plus,
we're sustainable.
Plus pasturing a milk cow and maybe occasionally a steer. So.
Okay.
Plenty to work with there. We're this is beyond what we had set our sights on. So we're trying to get our heads around what we have there. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so Doug and Stacy, Kevin and Sarah, me, Dirt Patch Heaven, White House on the Hill, Farm Alarm. The list goes on and on of the people who will be there.
Okay.
I guess we'll be there. So yeah, it does sound wonderful, and we're pretty excited about it. So next Wednesday, I'll show the picture of the main property on our live.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
And then I'll put it in the newsletter.
We're going to have to figure out how we're going to do that. Trying to figure out how we can share on here. We may have to change the format of how we do this. We'll have to let everybody know, because if we use the Google Hangouts, we can share pictures. I don't know how to do it.
Well, I'll just have the other computer here and I'll show it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
That's not how technical people do it.
He's technical.
We'll see. We'll be able to show it one way or the other.
So anyway, that's our 30 minutes. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Wow.
Hey, thanks for being along for the ride. This has been fantastic.
And
good to get this news today.
Yeah.
Things are moving forward. Not fast enough. We're ready to be there.
But we are excited to go to North Carolina and support the Rhodes family next week. So, well, we were going to be going to the Mother Earth News Fair in North Carolina, and there's just no way we can go. Love you all. Talk to you later.
There you go. And